You notice the charge while scrolling your bank app half awake. Same service, same month, higher number. You didn't upgrade, you didn't click anything, you just didn't cancel. That's the paradox. Nothing changed, except your silence became consent. At first, you think it's a glitch, a double charge, a tax change, something temporary. You open the email you ignored last week. Your subscription is renewing. Friendly subject line, neutral tone. The new price sits quietly in the middle, already decided. You weren't asked. You were informed. A few days earlier, you'd seen that email. You'd thought about it for half a second. I'll deal with it later. Later never arrived, and the charge did. You didn't stay because you loved it. You stayed because leaving required effort. That's when pricing stops competing and starts relying. The same pattern shows up somewhere else. You finish a free trial at work. The software was useful enough. Not amazing. No one officially approves it. No one officially cancels it either. A month later, it's on the company card. Higher tier. More users. Because usage implied acceptance. No conversation happened. No decision was made. The system just kept going. There's a third version that feels almost invisible. You sign up for something annual. The price feels reasonable at the time. You forget about it completely. A year later, the renewal hits. Higher. You don't remember agreeing to the increase, because you didn't. You agreed to continuity. That's the mechanism most people miss. Subscription pricing isn't built around choice. It's built around default. The moment cancellation requires action, staying becomes the path of least resistance. And resistance is what pricing is designed to avoid. That's why the increase doesn't arrive as a question. It arrives after the window to question has closed, after habits are formed, after dependency is established. By the time you notice, the framing has already shifted. You're no longer deciding whether it's worth paying. You're deciding whether it's worth the hassle to stop. That's not loyalty. That's inertia. And inertia is incredibly profitable. Slowly, something else changes. You stop expecting fairness from renewals. You stop being surprised. You just sigh, adjust, move on. Not because you agree, but because pushing back feels disproportionate to the amount. That's how small increases survive. They don't need to be justified. They just need to be survivable. And here's the inversion most people don't see. The trait you trust, being busy, being reasonable, not sweating small things, is exactly what turns silence into revenue. Because the system doesn't charge you more when you say yes. It charges you more when you say nothing. And by the time the charge appears, doing nothing has already been interpreted as a decision.